I'd like to talk a moment about navigation. You can see the first half of the screen using the scroll bar in the bottom. We can see the second half. The codes are repeated on the right. We also have a scroll bar on the right hand side going up to the top. If you need to return to a page that you were previously on, you can use your browser's back button just like you would on any web page. But you see we have this menu structure across the top. Right now we're at item 2.2, which is the inner time study. You see that right here. The setup was done by the fiscal office, but if you need to change any of that information, you can do so here. After completing your time study, we're going to move into quality review. You're going to enter your payroll information from your timesheets, and then we're going to compare those two and make sure they match. And finally, you're going to print your time study. Back to day 2. Total hours equal 8, check. Non-allocable hours equals 0, check. Down in the allocable hours, what I'm going to do is click Done without making any entries at all to show you what's going to happen. Here we go. We've moved to the 3rd day, but I want you to notice that hours have been put in for each of these codes. Where do they come from? In addition to setting up your time study codes, your supervisor and management team have also set up a daily schedule for you based upon your workload. To view that, I'm going to move back up to the top and go to the setup, item 1.4 daily schedule. It comes from this page right here. And these numbers can be changed as your workload changes. Back to day number 3. So we've looked at day 1 we did our entry completely manual, and day 2 we did completely automatic. We're now going to look at a mixture of the two. So here we are at Wednesday. Total hours and non-allocable hours, check, check. On this day, I know that all morning long I was working on a court-related case. So in this field I'm going to put in 4 hours. For the rest of the day, it's kind of a blur. I worked on 10 to 20 different things. I could guess, but instead of guessing, I'm just going to click Done. Okay, we've moved to day 4, but back to day 3. What's happened is an algorithm has filled in the remaining days based upon the daily schedule. Research has shown that this third method is more accurate than workers trying to guess at where their time goes. On Thursday, I had a doctor's appointment for 2 hours, and then I had a health-related case that took up most of the day. I'm going to put 5 hours in there, and done. That day's complete. On Friday, I took the day off. The weekend has been skipped, and now we're ready for Monday the 8th. Now I've moved to the last day of the month, and I noticed that on the 23rd that I put 4 hours to the wrong code. It should have gone to the code below. On any of these prior entries, I can hit redo, and what it does is it resets it, and I can now put the 4 hours down here and click Save. Let me scroll back to the right. And now that's been redone. So on this last day, I'm just going to put some entries in here. Let's put a 0 here and say Done. And I want you to know when we get to the last day and we click Done, something special happens. You see this Continue button here? We've actually got them all over the place in all the corners. That we only see that once we've finished the last day's time study. All the math has been done. We've got all our total hours by time study code off here to the right. And I'm going to click Continue.